You can have all the money in the world, but a fit body, a calm mind, and a house full of love takes work. And adding the gym and having it be a part of your daily routine is one of the most beneficial things you can possibly do that will affect every aspect of your life, from your financial success to your relationship success to your sexual life to your health, your mental health, and your physical health, as well as confidence. So if you want all those things to improve, well, stick around, and that's what we're going to talk about. Is this you on the left? Is this you? Are you a scrawny person that's never been to the gym and you're just tired of looking and feeling that way? And you want to look like this guy on the right. This is Mike Thurston. Well, I'll tell you right now, he's been in the gym for a very long time, and he's also taken steroids. But the bridge to you going from this picture on the left to looking something like this on the right would be gym, focusing on your nutrition, your recovery, and the only way to look anything like this is steroids. So for a more natural body that you can achieve for yourself without steroids, it's going to look something like this in the next slide. So who's this video for? If you know you are destined for greatness and you want to actualize your greatest potential, having a great physique, health, and taking care of your diet is so important for every aspect of your life. If you've never stepped foot inside of a gym and going to the gym gives you some sort of fear that, people are going to judge you, or you're going to look silly, or you just have this anxiety around going because it's something new and fresh to you, well, let me just break it to you. Everyone's been there. Everyone starts from zero. Even Mike Thurston. Even though he's had help from steroids, Mike Thurston started like that skinny guy before, okay? So let's just get that out of the way, and we all start from zero, and I'm here to help you go from zero to having a physique that you can be confident and love as fast as possible. Maybe you're overweight and you're sick of it. It's the same thing. It's very similar to being skinny. It's just on the opposite end. If you are overweight or you're skinny as fuck and you want to get fit, yoked, and jacked, then this video is for you. And the last thing, if you've been training for a year and not getting much results, well, then this video is for you as well. All right. Why am I worth listening to? Well, I've been around the gym ever since I was 17 years old, when I got to college. And I've been in and out of the gym because of things that happened in my life. I've stayed consistent with working out, but the thing that's been inconsistent is my diet. And I'll talk about that a little later because it's so important. The diet, like training is only, say, 20% of how much it affects the way you look and feel. The other is diet and recovery. Right? So this is me, 24 years old. I feel like, I had some muscle, but clearly some extra pounds on me. And look at me, 32 years old. I look frail. I have a little muscle, but definitely that's one of the worst shapes of my life. I was just smoking weed, doing drugs, and not feeling really good about myself. And this is me now. I'm currently 33 years old, and I'm in the best shape of my life. I have the best sleep of my life, and the best diet of my life. I'm hovering somewhere around 10% body fat, and it's just very effortless for me now. And it's only been effortless through all of the trial and tribulations that I've learned in the last 15 years that I'm going to share with you in this video so that you can make it very effortless for you as well. All right, what will you get out of this video? You're going to get a solid beginner's gym routine. You're going to learn how not to injure yourself, what to do in the first 6 weeks that you can actually just repeat as a cycle to get bigger and stronger by increasing the intensity and increasing the weight over time. You're going to get a crash course on nutrition and a big bonus at the end if you stick through the whole video. So do that. All right. Now you have to sign up for the gym. You've already decided, all right, I'm going to get into the fucking gym and I'm about to get really fucking jacked. All right. Now, which gym do I sign up for? Well, there's 3 tiers of gyms. The first tier, I would call it tier 1. That's about $20 a month. And it would be a Retro Fitness, a Planet Fitness. And yeah, these gyms basically, they have all the machines and they have everything you need to get started. So if you are on a budget and you want to get started, go for those. They have gyms across the nation and that you can access whenever you're traveling. So typically I've had a Planet Fitness membership as well as one of these other memberships, because Planet Fitness you're going to find across the country if you travel a lot. So if you are someone who travels a lot, get a Planet Fitness membership. A tier 2 gym, LA Fitness and 24-Hour Fitness. Now they have swimming pools, they have a sauna, a steam room sometimes, and sometimes they might even have a basketball court. So if you're into those things, I would go for a tier 2 memberships. Sometimes they actually have a area that's more for functional fitness. So if that's what you're into as well, like you want to move your body a little bit more and you're more not like you don't want to be a bodybuilder, you want to have functional fitness all around and feel good in your body, then I would go for a tier 2 membership. And the last thing, if you are financially able to afford one of these memberships, Equinox and Lifetime Fitness, these are the high-end gyms, the high-end chain gyms in America. I've been a member of both. Honestly, it's like a who's who type of gym, more so at the Equinox than it is at the Lifetime. I've noticed that the Lifetime people are more chill and they're not so egotistical about, their gym membership, and they're not so snotty. But if you like nice gyms, these gyms are very nice. And they're going to have a steam room, they're going to have a sauna, and generally they're just going to have just people that care about their fitness more, right? That's the difference, right? That's the difference between the 3. Mostly between tier 3 gyms and the other 2 tiers is if you can network with people. That's what people go for the higher end gyms for. It's just like a feeling that you're around people that are more serious about their fitness, and sometimes people want that, right? So if you want to network and you're very serious about your fitness, well, then go for the tier 3 membership. How would I choose? The closest, I would choose by which is the closest gym to you, within 20 minutes preferably. Why? Because you don't want to be spending like 2 to 3 hours just for a workout. When you do this, it makes the gym go from like a very easy task that you can just kind of maneuver into your day into something that's like a chore, a drag. And it just makes it less likely that you're going to do it regularly if it's not 15 to 20 minutes away from you. Preferably if you can get to the gym in 5 or 10 minutes, that would be perfect. So find the gym that's closest to you and that you will go to regularly. All right, before your first day, what you'll need. You'll need a shaker bottle. This, will help you break up the protein. It's for your branched chain amino acids, which will also help you recover while you're working out and give you the necessary, building blocks of protein. What you don't need is pre-workout. I have never used pre-workout. All right, let me correct that. Not never, but I have used it probably less than 5 times in my life. And personally, for me, yes, it gets you amped up. But if you want to be reliant on something to get you amped up for the gym, I find that that's probably the worst thing. It's like taking drugs before you go to the gym. It gets you amped up. It gets you pumped up for the gym when you should already be pumped up for the gym, right? I'm always pumped up for the gym. I'm not saying maybe I'd get bigger and stronger and grow more if I had more, I guess, if I used a pre-workout, but generally that's really bad for your heart. So I would advise against it. And for you, I would get some protein, right? I use vegan protein because I can't have milk, but I believe whey protein is better for digesting and breaking down and converting into building blocks for muscle. All right, first day at the gym. What are you going to do? Just keep it very simple. You walk in, you warm up for 10 minutes, you work out for 50 minutes, you cool down for 10 minutes, and then you get protein in and eat food. If you keep it very simple, it won't be a chore, right? You want to keep it as simple as possible so that you can do it more often. If you make it some big task, you create a lot of fear around it, right? So just keep it very simple. Just walk into the gym and follow this routine. Okay. Well, how do you warm up? The idea of warming up is to warm up the big muscle groups, ideally your legs, and loosen up the body so you don't get injured. That's the whole premise of a warm-up. And how do you do that? You just move your body and breathe through your nose. Breathing through your nose your entire workout is so beneficial for getting more blood, pumping through your body to your brain, and it helps you recover faster. Do a little dynamic stretching, right? This is basically moving while breathing and stretching in a way that's not static, right? Like you're not just standing still and stretching. You're just moving your body through the motions. I like dead hanging. This is when you basically just hang from a pull-up bar and let your spine kind of decompress from all the sitting and all the compression that happens to your lower spine throughout the day as you walk and you sit too much. So I like to do that for about 5 minutes. At first it's going to burn your hands, but it's really good for your back and for your posture. Right, the next thing you can do is foam roll. This foam rolling will help open up your muscles and, kind of like decompress your spine as well. And you want to do this because in the beginning you're going to get really sore. And the only way to get out of this soreness phase is to foam roll and basically break up the tissue, the muscle tissue that's tight, so that more fresh oxygen and blood can flow through it and heal. And the last thing I would do is just do 2 sets of 15 squats. And the way you do that is you sit down pretending like you are sitting on a toilet 30 times. 2 sets of 15. You pretend like you're sitting on a toilet, and that's how you do a squat. All right. How many reps should you do? Good question. If this is your first week in the gym, your muscles are not going to be adequately prepared to go that hard because it's just never done anything like this. So you're going to want to build some endurance into your muscles. And the way you do that is you do 3x12 or 3x15 reps at around 70% intensity. It shouldn't be too intense. You're basically, let's say you're going through the motions. It could even be a little lighter than that, but you're going through the motions so that you can build some endurance into your muscles. And even at 70%, you're probably going to be really sore, right? So the first 2 weeks are going to be a phase that you kind of have to just get through, right? It's going to suck. But I'll tell you, the weeks get better and you will get less sore as you carry on. So week 3 to 4, this is when you start building strength into the muscles that you've built endurance into. And I would go for 3x8 repetitions at 85% intensity. And week 5 to 6, this is when you go hard as fuck. right? You are going to be doing 2x5 repetitions at, you can't really go 100% intensity, but what I'm trying to say is you're going as hard as possible. You are grunting in the gym. You're going max intensity. It's really interesting because in the last year, I've been pushing the intensity of my workouts. And I've noticed, man, I'm the only one grunting in this gym. I'm grunting as loud as I possibly can because I am pushing the limits. And it made me wonder, like, holy shit, no one else is grunting. Just imagine how hard and what kind of results you would get if you actually grunted. So don't be afraid of grunting. Don't be afraid of making noise. That's just you, like, pushing your absolute limit. And that is, don't have any fear around that. That's how you get the most out of your workouts. That's how you get the most out of your life, is when you fucking go as hard as you possibly can, because what will happen is you'll realize you can go harder next time. All right. And this is what I'm talking about. The importance of progressively overloading, pushing your limit, and grunting as hard as you fucking can is because it mimics how you would be hunting in the wild. Look at this picture. These guys have spears, they have arrows, and they're hunting a wild boar. Just imagine this is the steak that you eat on a regular basis, or the chicken, or whatever animal that you are eating and putting on your dinner plate. You no longer have to put that on your dinner plate, or you put that on your dinner plate by going to the grocery store, and it's just there for you. Like, all you got to do is cook it. But just imagine if you had to hunt it. Imagine this wild boar that's really fast is running away from you at different directions, and all you had is a spear and your body. Think about what that would require for you to kill the wild boar. If you didn't, that would mean that your family, your wife, your daughter, and your son would not be able to eat that day, and you would starve. Just imagine what that would feel like for a second. And what that would require from you. It would require you to be sprinting. It would require some maximal focus, jumping over things, throwing a spear, and pushing your body to the edge so that you can jump on this boar and catch it and kill it so that you can cook it and eat it. And what does that do? It increases your level of testosterone and human growth hormone. This is the importance of why pushing yourself in the gym and even in sports is so important, because there's nowhere else in your day that you will be able to achieve this kind of intensity, right? Unless you play sports and unless you're pushing your ass off in the gym, you're just not going to get this kind of intensity in anything. Physical, mostly. All right, the workouts. It's best for beginners to avoid the free weights. Avoid the free weights and the barbells at the moment because they require a different kind of understanding of the gym. Stick to the machines. The machines are basically there so that they stabilize the weight for you, and if they weren't there, they would basically require your body to stabilize. So in the beginning phases of your training workout, you want to basically use the machine so that they can stabilize for you, and you make it easier for you to build some strength, build some endurance, and build some muscle. So here's the workout. I've layered this workout by the group of muscles that I would work out first. This is a full body workout, so that it's structured in a way that goes from legs to back to chest, and then you're using the what do they call ancillary muscles, the other muscles like your triceps, your shoulders, so that you can work the bigger muscle groups out first, which will take more energy. And it's basically, let's go through it. You do a seated calf raise, a quad extension. These are both on machines. You can do body weight squats, and then a band pull apart, which basically is kind of like a mobility and opens up your back muscles. And then the back extensions is for your lower back muscles. A chest butterfly, a chest press, an incline chest press. These are all for chest. Tricep extensions will help build your triceps. Face pulls is also for your back and your scaps. Lateral raises are for shoulders. I's, T's, and Y's are for shoulder mobility. And then you have your core by doing obliques and leg raises. So this covers pretty much everything. Your legs, your whole body, squats. The band pull apart for back, your chest, triceps, shoulders, and your core. And then you cool down, right? You get the workout done, you cool down. And the most important thing about getting the workout done is focus. It's the mind-muscle connection and breathing through each one. I've noticed a lot of people at the gym, what they will do is they will do like a half rep, right? When you bench press, you don't fully extend your arms, and you don't get the full movement or the full range of motion. And the full range of motion is basically when you fully move through how your body is naturally going to move. And when you don't do that, you don't get the benefit of the entire workout, and you don't build muscle the way that, optimally. And the last few things you do is you foam roll again. You stretch and you breathe through your nose. Breathing is so important through your workout. You want to breathe through your nose as much as possible, and this will help you recover better and faster. Important post-workout tips. This is going to be something very different for your body, right? You're going to be using a lot of energy. You're going to be using a lot of water. And what you want to do is stay hydrated. Your muscles are going to need a lot of water to hydrate, and so is your body. And what you want to do is increase your intake of protein. And this will come by a protein shake. 0.75 grams for every 100 pounds of muscle, or 100 pounds of your weight is ideal, right? So if you weigh 100 pounds at the moment, 75 grams of total protein for the day will be best for you. And that will come from food as well. You don't need to be like so anal about this like all these bodybuilders do. If you want to, sure. But generally, you're going to know if you are eating enough protein basically by if you look in the mirror and you're building muscle. The best thing to do for your recovery is to eat cleaner foods, right? Because there's protein in cheese, but it's not that clean for you. Or there's protein in milk. And what I mean by clean foods is basically foods that are not processed and aren't coming from a box and are natural, like meats, eggs, fish, avocado. These are so good for you, right? I would highly recommend revolving your diet around this and limiting the carb intake. Like, I remember when I used to eat Uncle Ben's packaged rice, right? Like, if you look at how much sodium that package has, it's a tremendous amount. And that's not, yet like your body has to break that down. And I would advise you not to eat that. If you're going to eat rice, just make it yourself, right? So if you're anything like me, I would just eat meat, eggs, fish, avocado, and that's pretty much all I eat. And sleep is where the magic happens. This is where all the muscle repair will be happening. So it's so important. Like, sleep is actually where you burn a lot of fat as well. So if you're not optimizing for your sleep, just kiss your gains goodbye, right? It's like I said in the beginning of the video, 20% of how you look and the build that you're gonna have and how much muscle you build is from the workout. That's the easy part, right? Remember when you were looking at me throughout my journey, when I looked like shit for like the last 10 years, and then I had a complete transformation in the last year? It's because of the diet and the sleep. You know, let's go back to that real quick. Look at this. This is what happens when you sleep and you have a clean diet. This on the right. This is when I was eating fucking pizza and Lunchables and I was working out every day. This, I don't think I was working out every day, but I was eating Mexican burritos and, you know, a relatively clean diet. That's why I'm not overweight here. But then look at this. Nothing's really changed. I was working out most of this time. Not in this phase, but throughout my 20s, I was working out. And in this last year is when I really took care of my diet. I started fasting more and I started training harder. So what did I do? I started training harder. I started to improve my diet, cut out the carbs, and improve my sleep. And this is the result, right? It's pretty big. And a huge thing to improve your sleep quality is eating your last meal 4 to 6 hours before bed. That has been an absolute game changer for me to improve my sleep quality. And it's like, man, I cannot stress how important sleep is for everything in your life, but especially if you're trying to build muscle, increase your testosterone, and have a productive day, improve your sleep quality. Okay. How many times should I work out to get really fucking big? You're going to want to listen to your body, right? In the first few weeks, what's going to happen is you're going to be really sore. And there's days where you can't, it hurts so badly to work out. There was days when I had a hard time sitting on the toilet because of how hard I went on legs. And in those days, you're not going to get much out of working out. So just don't work out. Just rest your body. Because what happens when you rest your body is you're able to go harder the next time. Right? So that's why recovery is so important. And it's much more important. Recovery is much more important than training if you want big gains. I would say 4 to 5 times a week is plenty of training if you go hard. I remember when I was in the gym every day for 2 hours for like years in a row. And I would say if you just cut that time in half and increase the intensity, increase the weights, you're going to get so much more. You're going to get the gains in half the amount of time, if not like in 20% of the time. So what I would say is decrease the time in the gym so that you can focus on other stuff outside of your life. Like there's other important things other than staying fit and healthy, and increase your intensity. The importance is increasing your intensity and increasing the weight. That's all I got to say. And on the other days that you're not working out, just go for a walk. Go for a nice walk, stretch, and do some yoga, some hot yoga. Hot yoga is so good for recovery and increasing your flexibility and the pliability of your muscles, which will also help you build more muscle. And there's tons of hot chicks at yoga. That's for another story, but yeah, you can meet a lot of high quality chicks at yoga. All right. Thank you. If you gave me your attention all the way till this point, thank you so much. And here's a bonus for you. I'm going to help the first 10 people with anything related to fitness, health, diet, and improving your life if you just book a free call with me. That's all you got to do. Book a free call with me, and I'm going to help you. Because I remember when I first started out in the gym, and it was in college, I remember that it was difficult for me. There was a lot of trial and tribulations, and I can actually help you fast forward your progress And I also remember that I hurt myself in the gym. I remember tearing my rotator cuff, and it's still like I don't know if you heard that click, but it's still really shitty till today. And I don't want you to hurt yourself, so I'm going to help you out as much as possible. All right? And the last thing, what's next? All right. Book a free coaching call in the comment section below. If you like videos like this, if it helped you at all, subscribe to the channel. It would help me out a lot. And the last thing, if you are about improving your life, if you want to actualize your greatest potential, well, then join my free self-improvement community in the comment section below. And that's where we will get you to the next level. All right? Thanks. Cheers.